Often classroom management happens after a student misbehaves, but what if a few small changes could stop problems before they ever happened? Today I want to share 5 strategies for organizing your classroom that will prevent problems and encourage the behaviors you want to see. Let's start with something every teacher already does, seating plans, and I'll try to add something new to this topic. We know that some combinations of students work really well together, while others are almost guaranteed to create trouble. So, we use seating plans to anticipate those problems. Here's one small tip that has worked really well for me. Don't only change seats when there's a behavior problem or a change in term. Create new seating arrangements frequently throughout the year. When students expect seating plans to change, moving someone no longer feels like a punishment. It simply feels like another seating shuffle. If a student says, "But I liked my old seat, why are you moving me?" you can acknowledge it. I know that's frustrating. The good news is, we'll probably be moving again soon. Even if you're intentionally moving only one student, the routine can take the blame instead of the student. You're right, I did just move you. I make so many seating plans, I must have mixed this one up. Good thing we'll be changing again soon. After all, the goal of the seating plan is to protect the learning environment, not punish the student. Here's another idea that often gets overlooked. Arrange your classroom so you can see every student and reach every student within a few steps. Take a look at these 2 layouts. The first one looks neat and organized, but notice how difficult it is for the teacher to see some students or move quickly through the room. Now look at the second layout. Now the teacher can easily move through the room, quietly support students, and redirect behavior before it becomes a larger problem. This extra supervision and quick access are so important. When you're close enough to quietly help or redirect a student, many problems never develop in the first place. Ask yourself 2 questions. Can I see everyone? Can I get to everyone? If not, a small change to your layout might make classroom management easier all year long. Most teachers already organize their classroom materials well. However, sometimes the organization of the class may be competing with your instruction. One strategy I find helpful is actually sitting in one of the students' desks. What does the classroom look like from their perspective? When you're teaching, are students looking at you, or are they looking directly at shelves full of supplies that invite them to get up at the wrong time, maybe to sharpen a pencil? Could 2 supply stations reduce congestion instead of 1? Small adjustments like these reduce downtime, reduce uncertainty, and keep students engaged. However, looking at these from the student's perspective can help you understand why they get up when you're talking, or why there's always a crowd in one area. Most teachers want classrooms that are welcoming, colorful, and engaging. The challenge is that a classroom can eventually become so visually busy that it begins competing with learning. The goal isn't an empty classroom. The goal is an intentional classroom. Expectations, schedules, procedures, and other important information should stand out immediately. Decorations are great, but they shouldn't compete with the information students need every day. This is especially important for students whose attention is already stretched. Rather than decorating every available wall, try curating the room. Keep 1 or 2 areas for seasonal or fun displays and rotate those throughout the year. But keep the essential information in the same place where students can always find it and where it's visible when they need to see it. Visual activity schedules fit here as well. Whether it's a simple agenda on the board or a visual schedule with pictures, students who know what's happening now and what comes next are more likely to stay engaged. A good visual activity schedule tells you not only what you're doing, but includes important information like who you're doing it with, for how long, or where. Our intentions with regulation spaces or calming corners are usually excellent. However, if a regulation space gradually becomes a way to avoid learning instead of a way to return to learning, it's time to adjust how it's being used. Often this isn't intentional. In our efforts to support students, it can be easy to feel like we need to solve every uncomfortable thought or feeling they experience. But uncomfortable thoughts and feelings are a normal part of learning. Students will feel frustrated, disappointed, nervous, confused, or overwhelmed at times, and that's okay. Our role isn't to remove every uncomfortable experience. It's to help students learn that they can have those experiences and still continue learning. Obviously, there are times when a student genuinely needs a regulation space. Sometimes stepping away for a few minutes is exactly the right support. But we also want students to develop confidence in their ability to handle challenges. They're often far more resilient than we sometimes give them credit for. That means regulation spaces should teach students how to return to learning, not simply how to leave it. Teach clear expectations for when the space should be used, what students should do while they're there, and how they'll know they're ready to return. Then monitor how the space is working. Who's using it? How often? For how long? Are students returning to learning afterward? And remember, a regulation space doesn't have to be elaborate. If you don't have room for a calming corner, there are many simple alternatives. Sometimes a quick walk to the water fountain, a drink of water, a brief movement break is all a student needs before returning to class ready to learn. Those are 5 practical ways your classroom environment can encourage expected behaviors before problems develop. What we've looked at today is actually one part of a larger framework: establish, encourage, respond. These tips fall under the encourage part, specifically encourage before. These are things we do before behavior occurs to make expected behavior more likely. Encourage before itself has 3 broad areas: the physical environment, how we interact with students, and how we approach instruction. In the next video, we'll look at the second one, our interactions with students. We'll explore how small changes in the way we communicate can prevent many behavior problems before they ever develop. Subscribe to see these videos or to explore the framework. Also, visit the website radforlife.com where you can access planning tools and more.